is going to lead us in worship.
Thank you, Dr. Luter. Well, it's good to see you again this morning. Why don't we go ahead and... Actually, before we do, let me just read this to you. I have a friend of mine who gave me this book at breakfast the other morning. It's a book full of Puritan prayers called The Valley of Vision. And I opened it up just kind of, on a whim just the other day, and the first page had this prayer in it. I thought I'd read it to you. Lord, high and holy, meek and lowly, Thou hast brought me to the valley of vision, where I live in the depths, but see Thee in the heights. Hemmed in by mountains of sin, I behold Thy glory. Let me learn by paradox that the way down is the way up, that the below is to be high, that the broken heart is the healed heart, that the contrite spirit is the rejoicing spirit, that the repenting soul is the victorious soul, and that to have nothing is to possess all, that to bear the cross is to wear the crown, that to give is to receive, that the valley is the place of vision. So, Lord, in the daytime, stars can be seen from the deepest wells, and the deeper the wells, the brighter Thy stars shine. So let me find Thy light in my darkness, Thy life in my death, that every good work or thought found in me, I would find Thy joy in my sorrow, Thy grace in my sin, Thy riches in my poverty, Thy glory in my valley. Isn't that powerful? Goodness. Let's stand together and sing this old hymn. Be Thou my vision, O Lord of my heart, not be all else to me, save that Thou art. Thou my best thought, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, Thy presence my light. Sing that again, everybody. Be Thou my vision, O Lord of my heart, not be all else to me, save that Thou art. Thou my best thought, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, Thy presence my life. Now here's a little chorus we added. Will You guide me when I can't see? Please, Lord, lead me. You're all that I need. Will You guide me when I can't see? When I can't see, please, Lord, lead me. You're all that I need. Riches I heed not, nor man's empty praise. Thou mine inheritance, now and always. Thou and Thou only, first in my heart, and the high King of heaven, my treasure Thou art. Will You guide me, Lord? Will You guide me when I can't see, when I can't see. Please, Lord, lead me. Oh, you're all that I need. Will you guide me? Oh, when I can't see, please, Lord, lead me. You're all that I need. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. You may be seated. We're actually running ahead of time, and so they asked me to add a song, and so it gives me a little opportunity just to share with you another great hymn that is one of my favorites of all time. This was written back in the 1850s, and the words now are as relevant and as powerful and as meaningful as they ever have been. My Jesus, I love thee. I know thou art mine. For thee all the follies of sin I resign. My gracious Redeemer, my Savior, art thou. If ever I love thee, my Jesus, Lord, it's right now. I love thee because thou hast first loved me. And thank God you purchased my pardon on Calvary's tree. Oh Lord, I love thee for wearing the crown on thy brow. If ever I love thee, my Jesus, oh my Jesus, it is right now. I always like the last verse the best, don't you? In mansions of glory and endless delight, oh, I'll ever adore thee in heaven, so bright. Oh, I'll sing with that glittering crown on my brow. If ever I love thee, my Jesus, oh my Jesus, it is right now. Oh, I'll sing with thy glittering crown on my brow. If I love thee. My Jesus, oh my Jesus, it is right now, right now, right now.
Amen. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, guys. Charles will be with us all throughout the day, and especially tonight for the revival service, and looking forward to all the great music. Just before we introduce the agenda on the motions, many of you have approached me and several members of the executive committee, as well as those who are on the podium, about what we can do as far as the victims in Oklahoma. Some of you have even suggested that we would take up an offering at this meeting. There's a lot of logistical reasons that we cannot take up offerings here at the convention. However, for those of you who would like to give and contribute to our brothers and sisters in Oklahoma, there will be something on the screen, an email address on the screen, a website on the screen, URL number on the screen that you can take down and that you can give directly to the Oklahoma Disaster Help. We've talked to the executive director of that state and others there, and they said to us this is the best way that the messengers of the Southern Baptist Convention in Houston can contribute to the efforts there in Oklahoma. So that's the email address, URL number, and brothers and sisters, thank you for your concern for them. Thank you for what you have done, and thank you for what you're going to continue to do. May God bless you, and may God keep you. At this time, the introduction of business is now in order. If you make a motion, please give a written copy of it to the page at your microphone to bring it to the platform. Be sure that your name and the name of your church are attached to the motion. Under the rules, all motions are referred to the committee on order of business. Please note that at this time it is in order to make motions, but not to debate them. Motions may be debated only after the committee on order of business has scheduled them for consideration. Microphone 8A, please state your name, your church, and your motion.
My name is Tim Overton, and I'm a messenger from Halteman Village Baptist Church. I move that a request be made of the Executive Committee to publish a theological position paper on whether or not to recommend the Southern Baptists use the gender-neutral Bibles, including the 2011 NIV. That considers the 3 SBC resolutions opposing the use of such translations and consults the scholarly work found in CBMW's article entitled An Evaluation of Gender Language in the 2011 edition of the NIV Bible.
Is there a second to the motion? You beat me to it. Amen. We've heard the second. Tim, thank you. Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring it to the platform. 10A. Microphone 10A, please state your name, your church, and your motion.
My name is Harold Phillips, and my church is Pleasant View Baptist Church. I'm Port Deposit, Maryland. I would like to make a motion that the messengers of the annual meeting of the Southern Baptist Convention, meeting in Houston, Texas, June 11th and 12th, 2013, request the Executive Committee appoint a special task force, consult with Lifeway, the Brotherhood Department, the WMU Department, the Sunday School Department, as well as other organizations inside our Southern Baptist Convention or like-minded groups outside our Southern Baptist Convention that are affected by the recent decision of the Boy Scouts of America to alter their membership standards, we request that this task force explore any available youth programs as well as possibility of offering a substitute youth program for those desiring to find an avenue for their boys to learn leadership skills and more standards once offered by the Boy Scouts, seeing they have lost their way and lost their moral compass, the Bible. We request that this task force report their progress to the state conventions in the fall this year at their annual meetings and report their final plans, if any, at the annual meeting of Southern Baptist Convention, Baltimore, Maryland, June 2014.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second to the motion? All right. Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring it to the platform. Thank you very much. 3A. Microphone 3A, please state your name, your church, and give your motion.
Mr. President, my name is Wiley Drake from the First Southern Baptist Church of Buena Park, California. And I submit to this convention a resolution. I move that the Southern Baptist Convention meeting in Houston, Texas, 2013, ask our newly elected president to lead our convention to follow www.calltofall.com prayer meeting with 1.5 million people who've signed up with the Family Research Council in Washington, D.C. and around our nation. And I'll speak to that when we have time.
Thank you, Brother Wallace. Is there a second to the motion? Amen. All right, thank you, Brother. Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring it to the platform. 6A. Microphone 6A, please state your name, your church, and your motion.
I'm Jay Adkins, First Baptist Church of West Wego, Louisiana. Who dat, Mr. Chairman?
Hey, Jay. Who dat? Who dat?
I move that a list of all convention-elected trustees, including the name, church, state, and term, be made available through the convention website at www.sbc.net, preferably through a tab added to the homepage for convenient access.
Is there a second to the motion? Thank you, Hudats, seconding that motion. Jay, please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring it to the platform. 3B. Microphone 3B, please state your name, your church, and your motion.
Wiley Drake, First Southern Baptist Church of Buena Park, California. I move that the SBC meeting in Houston, Texas, 2013.
We need to go to a messenger who's not yet made a motion.
Brother Wiley, in all due respect, at this point, we need to go to another messenger who's not yet made a motion. And then if we have time, we would love to come back to you. But at this time, for fairness, I'm told by the chair we need to go to another messenger who's not yet made a motion.
3C.
Thank you for your understanding. Microphone 3C, please state your name, your church, and your motion.
My name is Ronnie Floyd, and I am the pastor and messenger from Cross Church in Northwest Arkansas.
Yes, sir.
Mr. President and messengers of the Southern Baptist Convention, since 58 million Americans and 450 million people globally suffer with the enormous challenge I bring before you today, as well as this world needs us to address this issue, I make the following motion, appealing passionately for the Southern Baptist Convention to be proactive about this concern in a helpful, hopeful, positive manner. Therefore, I make the following motion. I move the messengers of the 2013 Southern Baptist Convention meeting in Houston, Texas, request that the Executive Committee and the Bylaw 14 entities of the Southern Baptist Convention work in cooperation to assist our churches in the challenge of ministry to those suffering from mental health issues, and that each entity in their written annual ministry report inform the messengers what they have done, are doing, and will do annually to assist our churches in equipping and ministering to the people in our churches and communities who suffer with mental health challenges.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Floyd. Please give a copy of your motion to a page and bring it to the platform.
3A.
Microphone 3A. Please state your name, your church, and your motion.
Stephen Ball, Calvary Baptist Church in Childress, Texas. Because Lakeshore Baptist Church in Waco, Texas actively supports the abortion provider Planned Parenthood, even advertising on their website that Lakeshore is committed to support the efforts of our local affiliate by keeping the congregation informed about the mission and operations of Planned Parenthood, and by encouraging direct support, I, Stephen Ball, move to withdraw fellowship from them, to disaffiliate Lakeshore Baptist Church from the Southern Baptist Convention.
Is there a second to the motion? Thank you. Please give a copy of your motion, Brother Steve, to a page and bring it to the platform.
Ask Brother Drake if he is still at microphone 3.
Brother Wiley Drake, if you're still at microphone 3.
Yes, sir. Thank
Okay.
you very kindly. I appreciate that. I didn't mean to get ahead of anybody. I apologize.
That's no problem. Please give your motion.
I move that the Southern Baptist Convention, meeting in Houston, Texas, 2013, to ask our newly elected president
You're putting a lot on me, brother. You're putting a lot on me.
to lead us to honor the fourth commandment, to honor and observe the biblical celebration of Saturday Sabbath, along with our traditional Lord's Day on Sunday.
Is there a second to the motion? All right. Please bring up a copy of your motion to a page to bring it to the platform, Brother Drake. Thank you.
Ask if there are any further motions.
Are there any further motions at this time?
All right, then we're ready to go to the executive committee.
All right. Thank you very much for all of your motions. At this time, we'll go to the Executive Committee report. The Chair recognizes Dr. Frank Page, our CEO, President of the Executive Committee